All right, everybody, welcome. We're going to be doing our first part of Sizzle season VOD reviewing today. We played a bunch of matches, including our Splat Zones placement matches on stream the past couple days. And if I really want to improve and make some progress this season, I gotta look at all my stupid mistakes and all the ways that I'm throwing in my matches. So, we're gonna do this stream first, then we're gonna do the next one. It's a combined total of 6 hours, but it shouldn't actually be 6 hours. We'll just see how far we get. Try and highlight the matches that are really important. Not really gonna look at the matches that I was playing a weapon, in which I don't play like at all. So we're just gonna go. I got some Pokemon music and stuff like that in the background because I love Pokemon and I think the game music is fire. It's a calming Pokemon mix. I will put the link in the description. Hashtag please remind me. Um, I can just do it now actually. And I also have a Google Doc right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm dragging it from my other monitor, which has Opera GX open, and it's basically just a Google Doc of um all the stuff that I'm gonna be writing down. Like if I do this and I just go um like display capture. Mm, yeah, it's just gets my whole monitor, so it's fine. I really shouldn't even be using display. I should probably be using um game capture instead. Yeah, I should be using this, I think. It doesn't really matter. If I want, I'll just change it, and that's okay. But yeah, we're just gonna get started. If anybody was like, "Man, I really wish I had two noses on my screen today," then you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat. All right. I really should just do window capture. I really should just do window capture. Let me get that set up. Let me do window capture. This one. Capture audio to, and then I can get rid of display capture because I'm not going to need that right now. I'm using that for something else. And if I do this, then you guys should just see my objects. All right, sweet. All right, in a good spot. Let me turn this music on, and then we'll see how we can learn. Mm. We're also going to be hopefully learning or doing some videos of watching top players, specifically in the Eastern scene, play my weapons, so I can actually learn from that too. Hopefully, carry on some important skills and tactics that I can use. So we'll just get right to it. I think I'll just keep this moving. literally. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is like something that I try to do, or I've been trying to do at least a little better before I go into like the actual like, gameplay part of each of my matches. Is I try to analyze the comps that I'm playing with. I think everybody does this at least a little bit. But analyze the comps that I'm playing with and the comp that I'm playing against, and trying to figure out what the best kind of play style is to match it. Like when you look at this team comp, you see, okay, I see they have a good amount of paint with reflux. 52 is 52. There's not really much to say about that. Because of the reflux, the brush is gonna have an easier time sharking because they're gonna have a lot of easy like map control, for example. Give me a moment. Anybody with a dog would understand. Anyway, because of the reflux, the brush is gonna have an easier time doing things like sharking and approaching because they're gonna have more map control. And then Hydra is like a pretty standard backline. You can't really just walk in front of that and expect to like succeed, because you'll just be getting lit up all the time. So you don't want that to happen. So that's just kind of like, that would be my quick assessment. And then you just kind of look at our team comp, and then it's just like, okay, we have a ridiculous amount of paint. Like we have just an obscene amount of paint. So I mean, honestly, the combo between these two might not even be that much of an issue. But our backline has more range than their backline most of the time. So they're gonna be able to challenge the Hydra very frequently. We're gonna have strikes to help grab the Booyah, which I'm now attacking my Luci, and then we have another Booyah. So we just have a lot of paint in this comp, and I'm like, oh, because of this, I kind of just want to focus on fighting and playing that role, that mid-range role, because I mean, I'm not really gonna have the teammates to do it for me. It's not their fault. It's just kind of like, so we're just playing neutral right now. We are technically an advantage because they are. I get that pick, which is nice. Not much to say about that. On the 52 especially, that really helps us push up because 52 is really good at locking specific areas down because of his fast kill time and because it has a wall. He could do it really safely. So that's a very important kill for us. Ideally, we kept this on here. Just putting a little pressure on the Hydra right here. I'm not gonna be able to pick because I see them. I see their health bar as well. So they did get like tagged a little bit, but I don't end up getting them. I do hit them for the 90, and then I get dropped down on by the brush. Simple stuff here, really. I honestly probably should have died to that. But, I mean, there's not much I would have been able to do otherwise. I was just fortunate enough to get that roof slider off. We're just helping out my backline a little bit. As I said, like they have less fighting power, so I want to be able to contend, all their weapons and stuff like that. Hit that guy twice. Kill the reflux. They're down 2. We're just pushing up right now, and they're 1. I don't want to peek that. They still have. I think this is something that I do when I'm playing horribly, and like when my mental is just not in the right spot. What I do is I will like sit here and then I'll try to like come out again, and then I'll try to like fight that guy and get that last hit because he's 90 HP. So why wouldn't I just like reef slider when I challenge it? Obviously he still has more charge left, or they have more charge left, so I can't just like walk forward into that, be like, you know, get that kill and have it be safe. You know what I mean? I'd rather wait a little bit. They back off. Throw the bomb probably wasn't necessary, but it's not like it was a bad thing. I guess I could kind of learn from that, just being more like efficient or whatever. But it's okay. I'm seeing this cracking on our back line. It's okay. Just still playing neutral right now. Like, team fight. I'm just chilling over here. I got this reflux over here. Like in other situations, I would be like worried because, you know, reflux has I don't know why I thought it does it have a reef slider? I don't think it does. But I think at least 2 of the 3 reef slider kits are they don't really have a panic button, and they don't really have a way to challenge you and stuff like that if you're in the situation where you just reef slider them and they just put themselves in the corner. These aren't necessarily like high level games or whatever. This is just kind of like solo queue, whatever. So like I'm not saying that I'm not going in this like with the highest expectations, but in this situation I just pop reef slider here. Even if they were on this side, they would be forced to move up or whatever. Hopefully I'd get 70 damage, but since they just put themselves in this corner, I'm just gonna hit this and they're gonna try and escape out, but they're already low as you see, and then they're just gonna die. Getting shot at. So this is the 52 here, obviously. I want to help kill this 52 with my teammate because 52 is a lot easier to deal with, obviously, when you're fighting with 2 people. I mean, that goes for most weapons, but specifically with weapons like 52 that are able to take 1v1 so easily and so well, it's really important to like capitalize off these opportunities. Be like, hey, we gotta kill this guy. So we're just putting pressure on him. I'm over here. I remember like in this situation, I'm just like, I don't have to fight this guy right now, right? I got my teammate over there, so I'm just gonna reposition in a way that doesn't threaten my life as much as it would be over there. If my teammate died, we're fighting the 52. They do die, but end up getting that map control, end up pulling out the 52, and then go to finish off the kill there. Looking for something under this ledge. I do get picked. This was kind of just like whatever. Like I get hit there by the reflux, and I get hit by the torpedo, and that's why I die. I could have hit the torpedo, but then again, I was still trying to apply pressure, and also the reflex was looking at me. I wasn't gonna be able to get a kill because they weren't like they weren't tagged or anything like that. I obviously wasn't gonna be able to get that kill. I was just hoping to apply pressure, deal some damage, and then, you know, maybe my backline will be able to follow up on it, perhaps. But I guess I should have played around my life a little more here and just kind of looked at the twerp and that combo and whatnot. Getting a lot of pressure put on me. I could jump out here, but like I'm just fine. I'm very tempted to reslider this, so I do. I don't think I get a kill, but I do end up forcing them off the ledge, which is good because there are Sokuya bomb. Then you have the 52 here. I thought I saw the reflux. But no, I end up just forcing off the 52 off of like our little area over here. I need to update myself on that. But I think that was good because having 52 just chilling on this area or whatever makes it really hard for like a lot of us to walk down. If they were just gonna chill over here and I just wanted to keep my reef slider, I probably just would have went high ground and did it. I probably didn't need to use reef slider in order to force them out. But the thing is, I already committed to it because I decided to drop down. And then if I went up, I probably just would have got killed because they were just over here setting up the one, and I would have to paint it and everything. So I was just like, maybe I get the kill if they go in the corner. But they end up just falling down in this final. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna try and push up and like challenge the Hydra that's just sitting on top and just shooting our team or whatever while we're trying to walk in. But I had no idea that the brush was
Now we gotta
here,
go help
and
people customize and save
I don't know if
hundreds
that
of
was
Liberty
bad
Mutual.
awareness. Let me see if I can identify
Lehman, where's the
that
golf cart?
really quick over here.
There it is. Only pay for
No.
what you
Oh,
need.
yeah, there was a little like I wasn't focused on it. Like you can see a little bit of movement or whatever right there, but then I end up getting picked off. So I mean, obviously I'm not
The
perfect.
itch
I'm
and
only
rash of
human. I can
moderate
only
to
know what's
severe
over
eczema
there.
disrupts my skin.
But
Despite treatment,
it's important not to
still
get
not
too
under
impatient in those
control.
situations.
Now
Just like,
I
oh, they
have
fell
to go.
down. Like
A once
I
daily
should
pill
be
to
able
reduce-
to just like push up. But I can't always do that, especially if they have a Hydra and they have a backline that's just actively looking at me and they can just shoot me down regardless, like way faster than I can kill them. So I gotta be a little more patient when it comes to my approaches after I force somebody out of an area. Losing lead and stuff like that. I see them down there. They're killing that guy. I guess it's what faster. But I should. Pretty standard stuff right now. It's a little laggy. We are kind of in neutral. I see that both of these people are just in like bad positions right now. Like, just looking at it. Like I see one person because of the Booyah Bomb, and then I also see the Kraken. I'm trying to see if I can like challenge them and like threaten them a little bit because they're getting low on the timer. But I saw somebody over here because of the Booyah Bomb, so I'm kind of just like shooting. I see the health bar, and then I was just like, oh, there's something over here. So I end up getting that kill. I don't end up getting the other one. That's fine. We are in kind of like a bad position right now. We ended up losing that team fight. Trying to figure out where I went wrong. I see that somebody dropped down trying to challenge the brush, but they didn't end up getting the kill. I think they got killed instead. And then I'm the only one getting a kill right there. So I guess it's fine. I mean, I use my reef slider. I can get it really back. That's not really something that I'm worried about when I'm using specials. My like special management or whatever, because I mean, since I'm playing Dreadringer, I just get so many of it anyways, it doesn't really matter in a lot of moments. Sometimes it's just like, okay, well, you want to hold it if you want to retake or if you want to challenge them or something like that, if they're just constantly like in your area and you just need like that, like, whatever, like, yeah, like I can understand that sometimes. But when it comes to just like getting a kill, trying to win a team fight or whatever, it's not really something that I'm worried about, because it can get a lot of value from that kill or just from tagging everybody in the area that it hits. So it's just kind of like, alright, whatever. Somebody over there, get that pick. I just see them, they're not moving, they're not jumping out. They might be, but I end up killing that reef slider. They were very bold for jumping down there. They wanted to kill our decline, but not going to happen with all the cover that they had. So we're just going to paint right now. Just playing neutral, not much to say here. This was kind of an awkward reef slider, because when you look at it, and then you're just like chilling. I hit the brush for 90, and they popped the Kraken, so not very good for that brush. But I knew that there was somebody up top. I saw them there. I remember, like, I saw them. So obviously, if there's somebody over there, everybody's like over there on the right, and then I gotta drop down. So most situations, I like absolutely deserve to die here, but I mean, luckily it wasn't enough. So I was just like, in this situation, what do I do? I'm just like, I should reef slider, because if I try to kill him with my main weapon, I'm just not gonna have him. I don't have the kill time for that. I'm just gonna get blown up by the 52. So I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna reef slider, and then what I decide to do is I decide to reef slider, but I don't even consider the fact that they can just go right side so easily, and that was a good play by them. This is like what I feel like is like a rough area, because if you're like over here or something like that, then this reef slider is like really good, because like they just want to walk up the ramp or whatever and like be safe that way. But if you like blow up right here, that hits them, it hits everybody in the corner, it kills them too. So your only option really is to go down here, and I feel like that's something that they think about as well. It's like, if you're gonna commit to that option and the Dreadringer is below you, then you have to respect the reef slider, and you have to be like, what do I do if they do pop it? And that's something that I have to think about. It's just like, if they're thinking about what I'm gonna do when I'm gonna pop it, where should I go in response to that? The best case, or best answer, I probably reef slider. I look right here instead, so I'm able to catch I'm able to catch the 52 that drops down from the ledge. I think that's something I want to improve on. Working on catching people with reef slider and better positioning. This wasn't horrible or whatever, but it's something that I should have considered just dropping down. So I probably should have just waited. And not waited, but I probably should just angle it over here, and that might have just way better. And yeah, I end up dying for it, so that's okay. It's my fault. We're down 2, so we're just gonna lose that fight, which is okay. We do kill the brush, which is nice. But we're still down there, so we don't need to play too aggressively. I'm missing a lot of my shots here. Very unfortunate. I do end up getting the kill though. Good thing they were looking at me and not my teammate. Otherwise, it would have been a little worse. We're trying to kill that guy, but they end up dying, so it's okay. And then I see this booyah bomb. We're just okay, we kill this guy, right? He's dead. I see this booyah bomb, and then I see that they're down to their front line is their front line is gone. So what I want to do is I want to go left side. Booyah bomb is right side, so I'm not worried about that. And I also saw the Hydra, the Hydra right side, so I'm just not gonna worry. I'm just gonna go left side because it's safer. I'm just gonna pop this, get that kill. I might die here. I don't, which is good, but I don't know why they backed off. I think maybe it's just because I hit them. I don't know why they backed off. They probably could have still killed me safe because we killed time. But yep. So I ended up getting that kill, which is huge for us. We're just trying to develop an advantage. When we're in this situation, they're this is dead, they're dead, and I'm pretty sure they died too. No, they don't. Yeah, the reef slider's still alive. So we're not worried about necessarily booyah cheese or anything like that. It's really easy on this map, or most maps, frankly. So the best way, when this game or whatever, with the timer going down and stuff like that, is you want to develop an advantage and keep snowballing your kills and stuff like that, and keep staggering them so they have less ability to retake. Killing a Hydra is a good start. It's a good start. They have no backline, and their front line is choosing to push up here. So I'm playing passive. I'm playing pretty patient because they have to walk towards us if they want to capture the zone. That's just how the game works, right? Because they're on defense, they have to approach in order to make progress and get a pick from that. And since their Hydra is dead, they can't really get a pick from their back line. So it's just they have to walk forward. They don't have to; they could just wait, but they choose to push up. So just taking advantage of that. We still have the 52, so you're gonna challenge me, and then I do end up getting the kill on the rush from my bomb. No, was it my bomb? Did I even throw a bomb? Nope. I don't think it was my bomb. It was just my main weapon. I can turn on the sound, but I don't know if that's what people look for right now. Just kind of wanted to keep it chill. So I ended up getting them with my main, and both of the front lines are dead. So this is perfect. Our punishment, points or whatever are down. I end up killing the Hydra, which is huge for us because no more backline presence. Just and I also end up killing them. So I did lock in at the end here because I was just chilling. Their front lines are dead. I'm kind of chilling by my ink line, and then I'm just all right, I'm just gonna try and get picks or whatever, throw some bombs and stuff like that, check some jumps. And then I see that the Hydra is making some bold plays, trying to kill their stringer. So I'm just gonna go under there, see if I can kill them and stuff like that, because they think they're safe, quote unquote safe, but they think they're in a good position. I can just hit them under the ledge because I know how this game works, and I'm an AoE, so I have the ability. And then I do end up killing them there because I got the pick down. I got one hit and then I got the two. They wanted to approach from a different angle, see if they could do that, but they couldn't really do that. I saw what they were trying to go for, but backline's dead. Okay, you're down one person. And then they just fall down and I just catch it. So I'm just alright, whatever, I see it. I'm just gonna kill that guy. Booyah bomb's not gonna be enough here. We can just paint over that very simply. So I'm just checking that too, trying to make sure we can. Painting over the zone because we have so much paint it doesn't even matter, and then we just kind of win the game there. So that was a pretty good game for me. I think I had some defensive mishaps. I think I went for some I don't want to say bold plays, but I did some pretty solid plays, I think. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Surely hope I remember to cut that out the video. Yeah. So let me pull this up. Let me see if I can get something like this. Where I put this up here. Kind of just writing some stuff. We'll just do something like this. We'll do game. We'll do it in times environment. We'll do it essay stuff. Something that I noticed first. We don't even bullet points. It wasn't really a massive thing, but I'm just kind of read the reef slider. And then I'll start doing bullet points. So I'll do like placements for I guess identifying what path to take in order to threaten the most spots, I think. I think I'll make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Like this. Most spots I'm gonna use bridge ink blot versus 52. People going in the corner. So don't forget to consider their main options. Their only options I'm gonna say as escape routes. We'll say that. And we'll say drop down. In this case, down ledge. We'll say it like that. I'm not too worried about my wording. It's mostly just about like, am I able to identify the problem, and am I going to be able to fix it later on when I start playing. And then when pushing someone out with a special or I guess not when this is here. I guess when pushing someone out or being able to activate the special safely, make sure you're weary about approaching I guess pushing. Because, like, in that example, they fell down, or I used Reef Slider, the 52 fell down, but I decided to push up because I thought it was safe. So, identify whether it's safe to push, considering enemy positions, and I think I need to actually do things like scout. No. Identify whether it's safe to push by scouting and looking at enemy positions. Like it was really hard for me to see that brush that was sharking, but even if the brush wasn't there, I probably was just gonna die to the Hydra anyway, because it would have blew me out because it was on high ground and just freaking obliterates people. And I think that's kind of all that we want to look at this match. We're not gonna like write everything down and constantly keep pausing, but we are definitely gonna take the time to write down some important notes like that.
Zyrtec presents Allergies Aren't Funny.
I finally found my perfect sport, golf.
Alright, pregame analysis. Just like before, we have like an insane amount of paint. Like just look at this. Paint. We just have paint just everywhere. And our ability to fight is a lot weaker. That's just kind of what it is. Like, it's harder to walk in against flings out when it's painting and stuff like that. And I guess, right, like, if you want to do like fighting and stuff like that in this comp and be able to do it like effectively, then what you really want to do is, or what I'm gonna have to do is, I'm gonna have to play the role of like a very aggressive support weapon and try and help my team capitalize off the damage that I deal when I do picks and stuff like that. On the contrary, this team is very aggressive, so it's important to like acknowledge it. I think it's kind of like a triangle thing, where it's like, imagine like you have offensive, and then you have paint, and then you have like sustain, and then you have like attack. It's like a triangle, like where it all like counters each other, kind of like a Pokemon like type triangle. Like, I don't know what they actually call that, but it's like, for example, like these. It's like this. It's like this. This is like a classic, right? So imagine like this is offense, right? Offense, this is like passive and like paint, and then this is like defense, and then just like, I feel like they counter each other. I feel like this is like a good kind of like understanding of it. If you're playing offensively, you counter weapons or like place like a very passive paint like play style in splat zones. If you're playing very passively and you're playing very like paint heavy and stuff like that, capping the zone, maintaining map control and whatnot, you're gonna often beat these like defensive and like sustain based teams and stuff like that. Say they have a lot of backlines, or say they have a lot of sustain specials, because you're getting a lot of value from your paint in a way that they can't combat, because they don't have the like ability to like challenge your paint offensively. And then if you're playing defensive, then you're going to be better into a more offensive comp, because you have the ability to stuff their approaches, prevent them from running your team over, and then after you kind of get those like kills and you get those picks when they start running up on you, that's when you can capture the zone, and then you can set up really well and make it really difficult for them to walk in. So I think that's also something that I just kind of want to note. But this might just be something that's like miscellaneous. I think it's like kind of like something that like I wanted to compare it to. We can do something like this. Copy it again. Oh, I don't have that done. Whatever. Doesn't even matter. We can write something down like this, where we keep it kind of like this font. Playstyle triangle, I think we'll call it. I'll like actually edit it and change it and stuff like that, like, or make one myself and then put it in, but it would be something like this. Fighting is like Slayer. Slayers like dive, something like that. I think I'll just put this at the bottom. And then you have steel, which is like paint heavy, like passive play styles. And then you have like fairy, which is like kind of like defensive, sustained kind of comps. Oh my gosh, can I please? Okay. It's kind of weird that I'm on my other monitor. And then there's a roaming. Just kind of like right here. Offensive comps and play styles. Counter paint and heavy moves due to having the ability due to canceling due to I think making it more difficult to play passively while applying pressure. Paint heavy, paint focused comps, be defensive play styles. Like no paint. I shouldn't be using like comps because that's just like specific paint focused play styles. Beat defensive play styles by getting value without needing to push. Into the enemy team. Defensive play styles, beat aggressive play styles by being able to prevent approaches and kind of like position themselves in ways that make it hard for slayers to challenge them. It's like a general like summary, but it's just kind of something that I noticed, especially when you look at say this comp, right? It's like you look at this is like all of them just want to like fight. They just want to be they're all slayer weapons, and that's what they want to do. They just want to fight and they want to kill the enemy team and develop advantage that way. And then we just have a bunch of like painting weapons and stuff like that that have much less fighting power and are able to not really play defensively either. So we just have a very paint focused comp. And I feel like the way that you win this matchup is not by just playing passively and stuff like that. In most cases, just playing passively will just get you to lose the game. But if you're, you know, like doing something like this, if you come like this, like you have to like try and play aggressively in response to what the comp wants to do. So we're just playing neutral here. Stamper wants to
Smells like fresh produce.
It's a very
Delivered daily.
classic
It's an
Stamper
old thing.
move. I can't really challenge them. If I walk up, I'll probably die. Not die. Or like harder to walk up against that. I probably could just because I have like a slosher and I'll be able to have like more range inherently because they're on low ground and I'm on high ground. That's just kind of how that works. But it seems like my team's already on that and they're not even pushing it that far, so it's just okay. Playing passively still, it's neutral, so that's okay. I did end up tagging them, so I do go up and I kind of want to continue applying pressure. Trying to help my teammate at the bottom there, and I do drop down. We are down 2, so it's kind of difficult for us to make any moves here, so I'm just kind of waiting. So I'm just throwing out stuff. I'm doing right here, trying to protect my jump a little bit. It's kind of hard to identify where the blaster is, and I'm just like, okay, so team's dying right now. They're making like moves to fight and stuff like that, but the thing is, like in that situation, the Stamper wanted to approach and get a kill and kind of like start snowballing, start staggering us and whatnot because so kills with some other people. We were able to kill them and stuff like that. So happening. So they're not approaching us as hard, and I unfortunately died of this. I had no ink. I did not know this was here. Could I? Oh, I couldn't. I actually saw that. I did. I should have been paying more attention to that side, but I wasn't really focused on it. So I looked down here and I'm just like, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over there and challenge it. If I was gonna challenge it, there's absolutely no reason for me to be all up on this thing, like this thing's drop, because if it's an Octo Brush, I'm just gonna get lit up because it has a faster kill time than me at that range, obviously. And then they had their teammate there as well. I don't know if I would have been able to see that, but yeah, I was walking over, I didn't really see it. They came from that side and I had no idea. So apparently they were watching it and trying to protect it or something, and they ended up just getting picked off, which is really unfortunate. Let me jumps. It's important to understand that these are like jumps and recalls, I think. Jumps and recalls. It's important to understand that jumps and recalls aren't always a free kill without consequences. The person doing the jump, I'm just gonna call it a jump because they're both jumps, really. The person doing the jump can challenge you while they are in their special before can challenge you I guess before they using their special, just swinging before the landing for a trade. It's kind of like time dependent too. Like you can't like that's not always gonna be the case, because if they're like in their special and they like are losing time and they have to recall, then like it's not always gonna be like they're just immediately gonna be able to like challenge you or whatever. But they can do that. It's important to understand. So let me just go like this. The person that consequences the person, yeah, kind of. I'm gonna say time dependent. Teammates can watch their jump and protect it while also utilizing it as a sort of bait. I think that's what happened with me, because the 52 was just kind of waiting there. They're just like, okay, well, the enemy team is going to want to get this kill on the jump, so they're going to probably walk forward and then I'm just going to get the kill. So I think it's just baiting. I think some issues there. And aim to get the kill in safest way possible. Bombs remain at range to avoid getting traded or picked off by their teammates. That's something to acknowledge there because I just got absolutely cooked. And I didn't even know. That's like, I feel like what my problem was is that in this situation, I die, yes. And then I see the recall. I do see the recall, so I'm just like, I'm gonna go down and try to punish it or whatever when they land. I immediately go right. I immediately go over there instead of staying on high ground, shooting at the recall. So that would be safer. I would be able to just do that. I would be able to lob it because I'm a slosher. But instead, I decided to get really close to it, not even considering like the Octobrush would kill me on their landing because they would just be able to. And I do have Reef Slider, but I don't even think I was planning on using that given the interaction. I just walk forward, not even considering where any of the other teammates are or whatever. I'm just so like, I have so much tunnel vision on this jump, and it's just on its consequences. Don't get tunnel vision. Easy recalls. Like, obviously, getting that kill is very important because it's a kill. It's a very valuable, but you should still be able to prioritize that kill without sacrificing your life in the process, especially when my main weapon has good range and it also has a well. I
That's
don't
great,
need to
but
be
can you
throwing
ask
my
your
life
friend
away
to
in
stop
this
digging into the...
So I'm dying here. I need to pick, so I'm dropping down here. It's not a horrible option. Kinda is, maybe. I don't know what happened afterwards, but I jump in. It's a safe jump, nothing I'm really worried about. They are down. Their V-blasters, I have a little less fighting power. I'm a little worried about this guy on the right or whatever. Obviously, excuse me, but yeah, that's just bad. Slider. I saw it wasn't horrible. I don't think it was horrible. I had a good idea. But this was another one of those understand where could they go in this situation, how could they avoid it. I come over here and I blow it up way too early. Honestly, if I just let it go the full thing, I probably would have got that kill because look, like that paint or whatever, so they probably wouldn't be able to just go all the way. But if I just went the full length, if I just walked a little farther with my Reef Slider, then I pop it earlier and then yeah. So at least I would have been able to get damage or at least threaten them both or whatever if I just continued moving. Let me see if I well. Jumping down the ledge. And then also consider how far you can go as well. Just because it's the slowest option to go full distance, that doesn't mean it's always the worst. I don't want to rate Reef Slider. Does not just have to be a panic option. And I think that's a good assessment. this point I'm looking at this, I'm just like, okay, I'm going down main, I'm dying a lot, so maybe I should take a different angle. Maybe I should try getting my special. Maybe I should try doing something different so I'm just not dying immediately. And that's what I ended up doing. I was gonna chill over here. And I was like, well, I mean, they can't challenge me. This is really hard to challenge from this angle, and then these two can't. They're all off. So the brush decided to do. They tried to push up on me. I didn't have to drop down here. I feel this is a preemptive thing. Like it was a I just saw the brush happened to be coming in my direction while I was going over there as well. I did end up getting the pick though, and then the three of them ended up dying. So I'm just like over here, and then I hit this leaf slider. Question mark. Hold on. This was kind of like a paint dispersion thing, like when we had it. I think it's also important to acknowledge how much paint I need to capture, like how much paint there needs to be to capture like a specific part of the zone. Obviously, like in this situation, it's just like it's half, so I don't really need to do this, but it's just like whatever, like they're down anyway. We didn't get the wipeout, so there might be jumps or something like that. So I just go over here and I just hit this. I don't understand. I literally don't. I don't get it. I genuinely have no idea how this guy did not die. There's no VOD reviewing that could possibly explain how this guy did not die in this interaction. Did anybody else see that? Like, there's just no way. What? Like this is just like whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not even that big of a deal because we end up capping and stuff like that regardless. All I'm saying is there's just absolutely no reason for this guy to still be alive. It just doesn't make any sense. Like holy lag. I don't like that. Like I was absolutely. If that was lag, then like sure, but like, dude, I would love to see it from his POV, and then be like, wait, like there's just no shot. Like I killed him with the main weapon, and like that absolutely should have just been the reef slider.
But this is important.
This was lucky.
The shooter who murdered my sweet little Daniel brought a
we
highly
get that
lethal
kill, and we're just
weapon
like,
with
all right,
him
okay, whatever.
to my
I don't know where the
son's
sword is
first-grade
at.
classroom at San
I don't check the
Antonio.
map or anything. Oh yeah. It might be Let me pause this and turn up the volume on this. See if I got it. Oh, I hear it. Yeah, I heard the like the little sound effect or whatever. Yeah, so then I was just like, alright, I'm gonna look right side. And then I'm gonna see if I can get some damage on him. Obviously I'm not gonna be able to get the kill. My kill time is too slow. Even though I deal a lot of damage, I can't kill them in time, right? So at least I'll be able to like hit them for 90, and then I will be able to kind of force them out, force them out of that position and like threaten their life like a little bit more. So that's what I'm gonna do. Pretty solid stuff. And we're just chilling. I'm poking under the ledge. I'm trying to find something under the ledge, which is really difficult. But then I completely forget about the brush that just rolls me over. Because I didn't kill the sword, meaning that they can still provide jumps, meaning that they can still apply pressure or whatever from right side. So it's not something that I can just entirely ignore. When I in my next match, I have to I can't stop considering all the options. Chilling here. Got it. Some points or whatever that we recovered, but I ended up hitting that guy from 45, I believe. Hit that guy as well. I'm not going to keep pushing because there's no point. I'm just wasting time. I'd rather just reposition and try to find a kill and apply pressure elsewhere. Just a reminder again, I'm trying to play offensively. We ended up killing that guy together. The power of friendship is very powerful. We can just play neutral right now. They're down too. I don't know how they're not neutral. We can just play we can play slow, we can play patient here. Because we end up killing the brush and the special, and like the blaster also ends up dying up top. I think like, up top, so I probably should have been aware of that. Because that was a game awareness thing. But they're down too, so we don't need to do anything. just we just need to like collect points and start. And then I end up killing that guy because like I just I actually don't even. I don't know. I do not know. I don't know how they took 10 damage, but I ended up getting that kill. I ended up getting that kill too because they decided to drop down and try to kill this guy. They do get the kill, but I ended up getting the revenge kill. And then at this point, it's just like, okay, and they died too. So that was very sad. It wasn't a bad option. Like, it wasn't a bad option. Like, they're down 3. I'm trying to kill this guy or whatever. Like, see if I can just continue the streak or whatever. The thing is, they were 1. That's the issue. They were 1. I did not need to bop this. They see me coming up or whatever. They see me coming up the incline, the bridge, and then they tag me, and it's just like, okay, it's just whatever. So then I pop a reef slider, and then I'm just like, I'm gonna get this kill for sure. Let me see if I can. Splatoon. I'm gonna see if I can look this up. This is something that I don't actually know. Splatoon 3 startup frames. Maybe I'll send a frame data. Because I want to see what the frames are, or what the startup is for Reef Slider versus just a shot from Dread. I'd assume it's Dread, obviously, but I also want to know like how much. I don't know if this is exactly what I'm looking for. It's not. Okay. I don't know where it is. It might be on. So I do want to see. It's open to analyze, so maybe it's like. Here's the weapon. Dread Ringer. I don't think it is actually. I don't think it says this. This is damage. This is damage. Some other damage. Special weapon. Yeah. It doesn't say. I might have to just test that. I'd assume that obviously Dread Ringer is the faster killing option in that situation. Reef Slider is just mostly like it's a reassurance thing, it's like guaranteed, but its startup is so much slower that it's just like when I'm in a situation like this, it's like kill or be killed. You know what I mean? It's kill or be killed or kill you both. Like it's just one of those. Because they see me and it's just like since last year, I'm gonna die in the next hit no matter what. Like they hit ZR and then I just die. So I'm just like, alright, whatever. I'm gonna see if I can pop this. I can't do it any lower because then I'll just straight hit the wall. So I'm just like over here and I'm not landing, so that's why I'm just like I walk a little bit so I'm able to get on the incline because I land, I walk, and then I pop it, and then I just end up dying. So it could be a lag thing, it could just be like a me thing or whatever because we basically hit those things at the same time. But my invincibility frames did not activate fast enough in order for me to live that, so it probably would have just been better to shoot my main weapon. Let me write that down as well. That's kind of important. Reef slider does not always not is not always. Does not. Does not. Turn this off. Turn your music off. Reef slider. Reef slider. A faster killing. Not faster at killing. So in a situation like this, if I want the kill, I have to use my main weapon. Reef slider is a panic option, but it's not. It can be used as a panic option, but it doesn't mean it's the situation since they were low. I should have been able to see that. I should have been able to be like, oh shoot, my god, I'm just gonna use it. Jump or whatever. Doesn't matter. We have a lot of paint, so I'm not too worried. And still have to jump in and get set up and stuff like that. I didn't really hit, but my teammates. I don't know. Not really much I want to worry like specifically about this, but it was. Possible, but also and I'll do this in bullet to learn how to play better against hyper offensive comps. I think I struggle with that a lot, especially if they have like charging weapons and stuff. It's so easy for me to walk in and just feed and then throw and throw and throw and throw again because I keep dying. But sometimes it's just a little better to, or it's not a little better, it's always better to play patient in that situation and identify what needs to change in order for your team to succeed. Because against hyper offensive teams, you can't just throw yourselves at them and then just expect them because that's their thing. They're good at fighting. So you can't just walk in there constantly over and over again. I can't just walk in there constantly over and over again. Expect things to change. That's just the definition of something. So like you gotta, there's a mental aspect, but there's also like a skill aspect involved, obviously. Definitely something like this. This is just like we have a lot of paint and stuff like that, but we have more fighting power. Fighting. And stuff like that. Let me see if I can turn this up, see if I actually identify justice. I feel like that's really sad. I don't think I end up talking about it, but hopefully I thought about it in my head or whatever. And at least it's good for the audience to recognize like what is important to be thinking about as well. like even as early as like this stage of the game, this could be game changing. It could change your performance and it could change your game plan. It could be huge. Against a team like this, actually, did I even really talk about it? I did. This team has a lot of paint, and looking at our backline should be able to deal with like this explosion like a lot easier than the other way around. This is a little scary. I mean, like, it's just a lot of paint, really. Especially, like, we have Reef Slider. This isn't even the normal guard kit. This is the freaking kill. This is the way bigger kit. And this is just, I think that's just the recycle. So not much to say about the comps here. They're pretty, this is a very, like, solo like, comp. Getting that kill, so I'm just like, alright, whatever. Did see somebody below me, so I was just like, okay, so I didn't see somebody below me, but I ended up hitting the beacon, and then I kind of saw like the dust particles or whatever that followed it, and then I saw this obviously, and I was just like, oh, okay. Then I see that they're half. I don't know how they're half. Because I definitely did not hit him. I definitely wasn't. But I do end up getting, maybe I did, but maybe the beacon was blocking it. I do end up getting the kill, which is good. I was on a high ground, so I continued to, like, especially like this one, like, this is just very like Slosher 101. You're on high ground, they're on low ground. Like, you have more range than them. You can attack them like way more, like way safer than they can. They can't see you. You can't see them, but you can just shoot things and it'll eventually hit you. You just have to constantly keep backing up and realizing your range. Like, punching your range and don't like shitting. So you just do that. Simple stuff. I am trying to challenge this exposure here. But I really ended up dying with this, which is unfortunate. I was like this, and then I was just like, okay. I think something to acknowledge here is I kill this guy, and then I'm trying to kill the explosion, right? I'm looking at the Reef Slider bottom right because I'm getting tunnel vision on it below me. I'm just like, I want to kill this guy so I can at least get value. So I can get some value, something like that. And then they start shooting at me. So then it's just like, okay, whatever. I see my teammate down there. Like, my teammate drops down or whatever. So I'm just like, okay, I want to help. Like, I want to help my teammate. They go behind the bump, which is absolutely. They go behind this, which is really smart. But I'm just like, okay, I want to help this guy because he's gonna have people on him, and I'm like, he's not gonna be able to like just straight win that by himself. So I'm just like, okay,
the Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location.
Since I'm on high ground, I don't really have anything to worry about, like them challenging me or anything like that. But it ended up being the exposure that like really pushed me out of that high ground, preventing me from kind of like challenging the Reef Slider or whatever, or being able to kill the Reef Slider. It wasn't like it was, you know, like four player. They had a nice play. So I get hit in this situation, I get hit again, I get hit, and then just die. This is important. It's just like, this is kind of like a tunnel vision thing. I can't, like, I'm trying to shoot at them or whatever. We don't even end up getting the pick, right? But my thing is just like, I hit him twice, so maybe I can get the pick. I don't end up getting the pick, and then I just end up dying, which is like really unfortunate. Because I'm just looking at my teammate really hasn't dealt with all that, like, BS. I died and stuff like that. I made my presence known up top. The explosion did something about it, and they pushed me out. It killed me. And I mean, what I could have done is probably not shot the explosion, but I probably could have find items. That's not really a good answer. They just did. I tried to escape. Maybe I shouldn't have had such tunnel vision on the Reef Slider, because the Reef Slider comes out before the explosion is shooting at me, and then I get identified, I get marked, and then they start shooting at me. But I end up killing the Reef Slider for 90 or 80 plus, and then I end up dying. So, not much I could have done there, I guess. I mean, there's not really anything I want to write down because I was playing high ground. That's not a bad option for Dread at all. That's where I should be playing a Slosher. And I mean, I just had to pick my backline. It's not like I could challenge my backline. It's not like my teammates could either. In that situation, so it's just I'm walking back. I'm not jumping because they're popping like every special. I see this guy down here, and I'm just like, wait, this is really awkward to fight. If he's just gonna like, I'm looking at this, I'm just like, this is so awkward to fight. If he's just gonna sit here below me, I'm in a good position to keep challenging him. He won't be able to walk up, especially pulling that umbrella. And then he's just running away. So now I'm just not even gonna fight this. Like, I really don't even need to. I'm like this way because maybe we can like kill this guy. And maybe I'm low. Just back up some stuff. I don't know dropping down there. I thought that bomb was gonna get I'm just like, okay, I'm back in this like amazing spot. Like I'm back in this ideal spot where I want to play. I'm playing high ground, and this is perfect. So I'm just like over here and I'm chilling. I do end up getting a kill on somebody. I don't know how. I thought about down there, but that's not what it. There wasn't the bomb. I just ended up killing the explosure down there because they just happened to be over there, and that's just kind of the benefits of also being a slosher player, just being able to like just sit there and then just kind of shoot at them until like just shoot at somebody's direction, and then also be able to challenge people that are under them or whatever, just because they're sloshers or something. I see this jump, I kill him. I do throw a bomb, I don't get really close, so I played that pretty smart. But we're essentially down, like, since the explosion died, they have to either jump in or like they're walking back, so it's kind of like even, so I'm not jumping out right now, I'm still just kind of like challenging this. I don't end up hitting them, I don't end up jumping out, and I don't end up getting this kill, so that was just an aim issue. I did end up like, I was able to kite them, kind of not kite them, I was able to just bring them over to that area, see if I can get that kill, just totally fine. I pop this, and I'm just like, I really don't want to die. Yeah. That's so smart because they see me coming up, I'm just like, I'm popping Reef Slider because look how high up they are. I have so much time to get my visibility frames out, especially if like the actual Inkling / Aqualink is just all the way up there in the air. I have so much time to do this. I'm just gonna go all the way. This wasn't really like a, okay, I'm gonna kill that guy over there. This was like a survival. Because I see them, I'm just like, but then I do end up seeing Dreadringer, just shooting at the zone. And something just like, I'm just gonna go over there, and I also see them. Just like, I gotta escape. I gotta do something. So I'm gonna walk towards this freaking explosion, make it a little more awkward. Bang, and then just get the triple. So that's huge. My shots there. My teammate would have lived. So I get those kills, and I'm just chilling. I'm just going like, whatever. I gotta cap this on. I get them really low. If I hit that shot, that's good. Alright, I get that kill. That's fine. Did I get crushed? So it was just a nice shot by them. I tried getting behind them, especially when I have all those teammates or whatever there. It's important to just take that umbrella from 2 angles, and it just works. The umbrella is also whatever charity, and it just I'm gonna get much value off that because it's right there. Or starting fighting for those. So let's just say there, I'm playing as well, especially if you want actually. And I'm killing that guy. I don't end up breaking things, but amazing there. Like, all these kind of goes. I'm just like whatever. Challenging that high ground because I'm a little worried. If I kind of want to go up here, obviously, because this is my spot. And then I do end up killing that guy. I actually don't know how I did that. I see this guy. I'm just like, I'm trying to kill him. I do it very early though, but that's because I would have stayed if that was just really early. I just jumped in. I was gonna end up dying to it, but I ended up trying to like jump in and trying to kill that Reef Slider in a way that just got it over, like done it over with. It's not even because I was getting pressured or anything like that. It's just because I wanted to get this big one. That's counts. So, yep. chilling on high ground. This guy. I could have just stayed on high ground. But that's okay. I helped the pain. I helped the guy. It's fine. And then again, I think whatever. I end up shooting at the guy up top. The person who's running towards me dies just because they got hit by lightning. I think that's so funny. Yep. So beautifully played match. Just straight up. Didn't get overall splatter, but hey, look at my paint, look at my kills. It's obviously not about the gold medals and stats all the time. But this guy put a lot of attention. This guy, I guess, also did, and me and the guy playing just kind of had that. So pretty nice, pretty nice. How much I really want to analyze there? I think it's let me get another picture. I do have a lot more fighting power here because of these two weapons. 52, obviously fighting weapon, it's very selfish. I see this. The strikes are nice, able to get the person on the high ground. Easy. Stuff like that. So we have a lot of paint, and then we have a little more fighting power. And I'm looking at this, I'm just like, I really want to support my 52. I want to paint a lot, and I want to be able to support my 10 attack splatter shots. And then I'm looking at this team, I'm like, alright, they got fighting, they have paint, so it's kind of like similar. Their backline, I'm pretty sure that was fine. I'm not too sure. Maybe if you lob it, like, I think most of the time, Treasure is going to get Treasure, just because it's a one shot, and Treasure requires a lot of skill in order to get that one shot. And of course, they have paint, but they basically have less of it, less than they just have to fight power, and then, like, this mid-range presence and blasters and blasters. You gotta worry about. You can't just walk straight forward into this weapon, can't walk forward into this weapon, can't walk forward into this weapon, so it's just like, I gotta get a little more. I don't remember exactly what happened, so we'll just have to see my death count and see how I dab. Just painting. Pretty simple stuff. I get that damage, and then I have to click like that. This was a very risky spot to be playing in. I did not check the map to see who was approaching, like, at all. I just went over here. I did see the like the slash from the stamper, and I do end up hitting them. It thought it was twice. It really looks like it looks like it should have been twice, but it might have been twice. I might have just but I do end up getting that guy like really low, and then I see that the blaster's also not coming, so I'm trying to like deal with that. Thing is, I hit this blaster once and I died because my teammate was up there. Be right back. We're gonna be AFK for 1 moment.
have the power to change lives, starting with your own. If you're ready to make a career move, we can help. Franklin University was founded on the power of possibilities. Whether your passion is healthcare, education, business, or technology, you'll find the support you need to make a difference. With online courses that accommodate your busy life and a tuition guarantee that keeps the cost of a degree within your budget, your motivation is personal, and Franklin makes it possible.
Franklin University makes it possible.
Alrighty, temporary dinner break. We'll be back, folks. Don't worry.